You've probably heard it before. You're living in one version, but there are infinite yous. Every choice creates a new timeline. You can jump into a version of you that's rich in love or fully healed. But what if that entire idea is false? What if you're not splitting into infinite versions at all? What if you're never split because you've always been whole? And what you call timeline jumping is actually something else entirely. The idea of infinite timelines didn't begin in spirituality, it began in physics, specifically in the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. But somewhere along the way, that theory got distorted. It was pulled into spiritual world and turned into performance model. If I think better thoughts, I jump. If I visualize harder, I jump. If I affirm long enough, I'll arrive in a better timeline. It sounds empowering, but what it actually does is keep you in a loop of subtle self-rejection, because hidden behind all the jumping is the belief that the real you isn't good enough yet. Here's the truth: you're not splitting. There aren't infinite fragmented versions of you running around in parallel universes. There is only you, one signal that is yours, one tone. When you clear distortion, when you stop performing and return to your own seat, you don't jump to a better timeline. Your field stabilizes, and the external world, which you call reality, simply reorganizes itself to match that signal. So it might look like a jump, it might look like you suddenly landed in a new version of life, but what really happened is this: your signal got clean and the field responded. This is why affirmations often fail, why vision boards collapse, why you can visualize your dream life and still feel stuck. Because the field doesn't respond to imagination, it responds to stabilization. You can jump into a version of you that you haven't stabilized. If your nervous system still runs on survival, you won't jump into ease. If your worth still depends on proof, you won't jump into visibility. If you're still stuck in reflection to feel real, you won't jump into peace. You will keep chasing timelines, or worse, you will simulate them. They might show up for a moment, but they won't stay, because your field can't hold what it hasn't become. There are no infinite versions of you. There is only one you, and that you doesn't split. It harmonizes. Every time you dissolve distortion, not by force, but by clarity, your field shifts and everything rearranges around that stability. You're not jumping through time, you're not bending dimensions, you're simply stabilizing who you already are, and that's enough. You don't need to jump, you don't need to split, you don't need to chase the version of you who has it all. You're not one of many, you're a singular tone of your field. And the moment you stop trying to become and start letting yourself be, reality stops resisting, because it was never resisting you. It was just waiting for you to stabilize.